Notes for beyond the election that are useful for us all. Here are some more routines of a pimp. Find one thing and attack it is one. Turn your head from side to side and make karate chops with your hands and say, I only meant it if I could get away with it, and if not, I was just joking. That's another one. Here is a third one. I have a book in the other room that was a supplemental textbook for one of my classes in my school days. It did nothing but list about 36 fallacies of arguments. One of those fallacies that we were supposed to learn, to paraphrase only a bit, went like this. There's the religious person, they said, and that religious person wants you to act in a certain way, but they don't act in that way. Therefore, they're guilty of a fallacy, and you're supposed to ignore them. Hold on a second. Let's have a talk about this. Christ is a perfect person, and a Catholic priest and nun tries to be a perfect person. But they're not going to come close to it any more than Hank Aaron only batted .300. And that's just the way life is. They get pretty darn good at it, and the society that comes out of it is pretty darn nice. People get themselves killed trying to get into this world. And then you realize what the people who made us learn that stuff did. They're the intellectuals. They threw out God. They threw out a sense of original sin to be polite, and they made money by making people work more hours. They caused poverty. They're the intellectuals. And those sorts of things are like a magician's trick, aren't they? It's only years later when you go back and review those things, you realize that it's once you figure it out, well, it's a little silly, but it works like a charm. And look at all the people who live in poverty now because of these guys. That, by the way, those were the same classes that I took, were the same classes that are that the people who are now the top of the class lawyers and intellectuals took. They're the ones that are the head of the administration at the universities and government and business. To be honest, quite frankly, I think we were hustled.